A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're all doing very well. And today we are actually about to sit down. In fact, we're already sat down. What the plan is today is we're actually going to do a little video podcast. So this is going to be a longer video. Very much appreciate if you actually listen to it. It's kind of something you can have in the background. So I hope you enjoy this. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about Lotad Day. Now, Lotad Day happened way back in March of 2019, and it was the third research day, exclusive research day. And we're going to have the chaps join who were on this epic adventure with me. We'll actually explain the entire thing when they join in. So basically, we had an 8-hour event. Lotad Day was 8 hours. Lotad was featured in research tasks, and you had to complete the research tasks at every Pokestops to obtain shiny Lotad. I think it was a brand new shiny back then. And the 8-hour window meant that what ensued was, up until very recently, the longest and hardest grind sesh that we have ever done. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to, hopefully, Tom, Francesco, Nakim, and Kareem should be joining us. So, let's have them join us, shall we? This looks like Francesco to me. Hello.
Well, I'm upside down. Oh, okay, cool.
You are horizontal now. There we go. Okay, what's happening? It's like gallery view. We want gallery view. There we go. Why is it not? Oh, goodness me. There we go. Right, we have that properly done. So, Francesco is on mobile due to the fact that he's got a very bad back, the poor sod. So, he's sort of taking it easy, which, yeah. I tried actually, okay, we'll have a little bit of a chat. So, I tried doing the green screen. I actually had a green screen, and it worked in reverse. So, all it did was actually make, you know how I disappeared in the test?
Yes.
It actually just made that look a lot better. It was cleaner. I just disappeared more effectively. So it was very weird. Very weird. Nakim is here. Hello, mate.
Hey, it was good.
How you doing?
Oi, hello.
Oh, nicely done with all of the pictures up there.
I know. I did it on purpose.
Hello. I thought that was very, very good.
Wow.
He's put all of them up. Amazing work.
Yeah. I don't think you can see what the middle one is, though. If you could guess.
The shoulder.
Sarah could like it.
Yeah. Tom is on the phone to his brother, so that's fine. And Kareem is eating, so I guess it's just us three for a bit.
Just us three. I'm free there. I'm trying to get the shiny Regidrago. So.
Are you still resetting as we go now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been, oh my freaking God.
Wow.
It's been resetting for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Actually, you could explain it, because this is just a raw podcast. I'll keep this whole bloody
But if you think
in.
the RNG on Pokemon Go is good, it's bad. Sorry, it's bad.
Yeah,
you
bad.
Can't get on the normal games. What is?
Oh, God.
No,
I can imagine. Because I never earn a normal game, so I'm always hearing people like resetting whenever they find legendary, because they can get
Yeah,
shiny.
but if you think that some of us, Nakim, are resetting from weeks, and one of the King Cross guys got all of them in either 3 days.
How many resets did he have to do for 3 days?
I think
Get all of them.
It was medium 200 to 300 each one. Today he got last one. He needed the Terrakion. He got it with 300 KO.
That's
So-
not actually that bad, is it? That's pretty bloody decent.
Yeah.
It's decent.
As things go.
I'm above 2,000 for sure right now. So
I'd have cracked my skull open on my desk with frustration at that point. I mean, God, no way am I doing that.
They need to purify you then, using frustration.
Yeah. Then I can learn return and I can come back from the dead.
But did you see that a large part of all the YouTubers, they post to Niantic say that, yeah, finally you did the right thing. I know there's a test, but with this pandemic, why not allow people to do the trade as well, and the lucky trade, put it worldwide?
Yeah, I think it's good that they're doing the test, but it's the fact that it's taken them this long. Like, it's nearly an entire year. And even before the pandemic, this was one of the most requested features.
Yeah, no, I know,
wasn't
but
it? It's
at
remote,
least
a
for the
little bit of
lucky
distance
one,
trade. Yeah.
I mean, what they took long to get trades in the game, and then they
Yeah.
did lucky trades, and once we're like, are we getting remote trades? 2 years later, remote trades. Has it been 2 years?
The thing is that's always staggers me, which I might have to do like towards the end of the year, a long detailed breakdown of like the good and the bad of 2020 in Pokemon Go or something. But it's the fact that when they put out the mega Pokemon release and said like, we've been working on this since before 2020 and all of this, and they're like, you've dropped it and it's one of the shittest systems that you could have come up with. It was so bad. And then like they said, oh, we worked on remote raid passes and stuff super quick. Yeah, maybe it required a tiny bit of extra coding and stuff.
Yeah, but if you think that, I don't know if it's a fault of Pokemon Company or Niantic, that they spend literally 3 full days to block some of the Pokemon. Because the costume, Ditto, they've been blocked today, and the feature is out from 3 days.
Blocked from what?
What?
Basically, you can't trade any Ditto to home right now.
Oh, really?
That makes
sense.
They
blocked also the costume Pokemon, a large part of them.
I think the costume Pokemon were kind of going to be blocked already, weren't? Because we were discussing that before.
Yeah, but not all of them. I think that the Halloween have been added. They were not on the list.
So I can transfer those finally.
But the event is coming. I'm not sure if they will announce it tonight at 9, or maybe they already done it, or on Monday.
Yeah.
The event is pushed, so they need only to announce it.
I'm guessing Monday, because what? They're going to put Cabalion, Virizion, and Terrakion in raids.
But it's not linked with that. It's more like a friendship thingy.
Yeah.
And apparently the last week will be the Lake Trio event.
The Lake Trio event?
I mean, it's about time they come back with their shinies, to be honest. But
I'm not sure the shiny will be out.
I think they should, but also you won't be able to invite people from overseas, will you? That's the thing for those.
No one knows, because they put this limitation when they push the remote rates, but we are not sure if
it's going to be a real shame, because it means that, like, you know, the people who we rely on each other in the Discord, as regular players, and it's usually the certain people who are in America and stuff, or wherever in Europe as well, who are always raiding, and you're like, okay, if I send an invite to them and they're online, they're more than likely going to jump in. That's not going to be, I guess, like, we're going to have to focus on your region, as it were. So we have to really focus on people who are in Europe.
You know how they made it, that they were rotating like the dogs. At the first, they were rotating them, but there were no remote raids at the time. So
no, well, they were split by region. Yeah,
I don't know why they are introducing stuff randomly. Like now, the buddy system has been introduced like without announcing it, and after they made a normal announcement for it, what's the point? If you want to introduce a feature, announce it correctly. That everyone sometimes they are only posting with the support account.
But
3/4 of a player base that don't know neither that the account exists. So
but that Mega Buddy fix that they did, which is fine, it's finally in the game. But then the fact that you actually have to do Mega Raids to begin with to get the process going is stupid.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
I heard that was shared on Twitter by Sylph Road and Cerebi before Pokemon Go even did anything.
First has been the data miners. The data miners posted, and after Cerebi and the others started to repost the thingy.
Yeah, but when it went live,
Duck as well. But Niantic posted it only with the support account. They didn't make any announcement with the Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but we know that they're not exactly the most intelligent people. Like, the way that they seem to do things is so backwards. It's so weird. You think, like, a logical company or a sensible company that has a decent, I don't know, social media manager and stuff would actually be able to get this sorted. But I don't know whether there are strings being pulled in the background that mean that they can't post certain things on the main account and have to go on the support account. Because, you know, actually, I was looking on the Facebook post that they put out for the trading radius increase. The first comment that got highlighted was like, how big is the trade increase. Like, you haven't said how much. You could have increased it by 0.1 kilometer.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
who f***ing knows? But until people try it out, and then people said, okay, it's 10 kilometers or something.
I mean, what? I mean, I used to trade with this guy in the Norfolk group, right? He's we're lucky loads of times, so I used to go behind his house and then do the trade. It was like I don't want to measure that in feet. It was like 100 feet odd. So I'm like, what was the original radius to begin with? Because I'm like 10 kilometers. If it was
100
2 kilometers
meters.
before,
Apparently it's 12.
It was 100 meters.
100 meters. That's what before.
100 meters before, yeah. If it's
before
12,
it was 100 meters, but now it's 12 apparently.
really?
So by 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's like, I think the lucky trade, like the lucky friend, should be infinite. So that should be like the biggest radius, like just global. Because I mean, I'm lucky friends with Angad. I can't go to Holland and do a lucky trade, and he's not able to come to the UK.
Thinking, someone said also that
it was the trainer club who did a video. It was like the 5 or 6 things that could kill Pokemon Go as a game and community. And the key one that he was talking about, which, you know, obviously they're not communicating properly with people. That's a massive problem, because they're just, like, there's so many little details of events and things that they do. They don't actually talk to the players about, and not listening to the players' feedback. And then, I mean, what was it? The Mega Buddy system thing has come into play now. But that came in on Tuesday evening here in the UK. And they said whenever Megas first dropped back in August, so it's been 2-3 months, and they said, we're working on it. And then just went radio silent.
No, but also
didn't say anything.
The mega rates dropped massively.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
they did. I was skeptical at first mega rates. I'm still skeptical now. Just that.
Well, no, I think we've been proven correctly. Is that the mega raids? I'll do 1 or 2, but like Mega Gengar, nah, that's very much a. They're all. You've disappeared.
Yeah, no. I'm reading that they already added the new event badges as well.
Gotcha.
Oh,
the Game Master.
No, they're sort of. The mega raids are they're specific. Like, for example, Mega Charizard Y, you would probably want for Virizion and Cobalion as well. But by this point, you know, we've got so much Mega Charizard energy. What's the point? It's not. That was what they were trying to do originally with the mega raids, was make you raid
I know,
hard.
Milo, but they are out from months out now. Also, to find someone that won't do the raid with you is hard.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you think that for a Blastoise you need 5 people to do it, no, okay. But who won't do the Blastoise raid? You need to find 5 people that want to spend passes to do it.
Yeah, unless they literally gave them back their community day moves within the mega raids, as well as being shiny, that would have been more incentive to do it.
I know, shiny is 1 of 70. Who the won't do 70 raids to get?
No, just wait
shiny?
for the Conde reroll. Or wait for one of them to just get a freaking 2nd or 3rd freaking Conde. They probably put 2020, 2021's January. Let's have a vote. It's Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle.
Yeah. God.
I don't want that.
But they completely wasted the November one, because they could do many of others and they didn't do it. So
I mean, those 2 are actually good choices. We didn't get the baby shiny, but I'm like, they put the wrong moves on them. I'm like, why would you want this for that?
That's exactly that PvP. Was my point.
It's only for PvP.
No,
and
but even PvP, right? You don't want Thunder for Magmortar. You don't want Fire for Electivire.
It's Flamethrower on Electivire. How's that going to counter a ground type?
Yeah.
Like
they screwed up. I mean, unless you put Steel Egg, which is ground and steel.
I know, but did you see, Nakim, that
one benefit?
As soon as they announced it, everyone was saying, but they are crazy. They have made a mistake. Because it was normal to think that they are giving a completely different move. What's the point?
Yeah, it is mad. It is a bit mad. And I don't know, like, we all thought they would do Slowpoke. I thought Slowpoke would have been a solid shout. Even if
Lewis would have been happy with that.
Like, it's a crap mon, or it has some place in PvP. Give it a PvP move like you have done for the rest of the year. Slowbro and Slowking have their places. They could be used.
Stoking's
and
good
also,
but plus now we got both the Galarian one. So,
yeah, well that's it. Release the Galarian form through raids and quests on the com day.
Yeah, like do 10 raids for Slowbro Coke. That's just gonna be hard actually. Because what? Oh, I know. That's the different evolution. My bad. Sorry, I've not played anything mainstream game.
Or the other thing is, you know how they kind of tossed Vulpix shiny away with some random event, didn't they? That could have easily been a November com day. What happened to that being a com day?
Well, there was a chance to vote for it, but people were like,
nah. Milo,
no, I would have picked Rhyhorn any day of the week.
Now it's boosted, so if you find
boosted shiny.
Boosted. So if you find a nest, you can easily.
Yeah, I know. I had a nest on my doorstep. I got 5 shinies from it.
No, I mean, at least it's not completely wasted. It's more than.
My God. I mean, I got 3.
Tom is joining. Tom is joining. There we go.
Tom is joining.
Hooray!
One speaker, one time.
There he is.
Hey, Tom.
Evening, sir.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Evening.
Tired.
How was everything?
Long day.
He's tired.
He needs a boomers to pick him up.
One thing I regret, though, I didn't bring a drink, and I'm all the way upstairs.
Oh, disaster.
Yeah, first one.
Gengar. Actually, you notice it's like the green screen thing is quite broken. Francesco's isn't doing too badly, to be fair, but mine, I actually put my green screen up, and all it did was cut me out. It cut me out. I was like this hollow figure, some sort of 90s music video. I'm thinking, what the freaking hell's going on? Freaking hell, the step count, Jesus.
That was fun.
I knew we'd gone a long way. That's Lotad days.
And they get shiny from Brazil.
There we go. I can see that. It's just decided, I don't know if it's gone flat. I don't know if it's... This is what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Wait, it's been 40 minutes.
The camera is the one that is...
I'm using the one that I have for videos. No, it's flat. It's flat. It doesn't... I thought it would charge, but it's not. That's really annoying. So I'm going to have to switch back to the old camera. Oh, you stupid. Fujifilm. F you. I don't know. I don't know if Kareem's going to actually join.
Nah, I don't think.
I don't think this is likely. It was too much to ask. So I don't know. We can just sort of have a random chat about the event, I guess. So let's begin at the beginning.
Are you sitting comfortably?
I'm sitting I'm very comfy, mate, in a nice chair. Is everyone else comfy? Francesco needs to be the comfiest, to be honest, with his bad back.
Yeah,
you good?
True.
Everyone's sitting comfortably.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, Niantic said, research days, they're too short. What we need to do is make them a lot longer. And the idea is that beforehand we'd had Phoebus Day, which is a massive fail. Let us know if you want to hear us have a long argumentative chat about that and how much Niantic are idiots.
No, I refuse to.
I refuse to talk about that.
I'd rather eat a Phoebus than listen to hear about Phoebus.
It was such a bad day. But then the one after that was Clampearl. They did Clampearl Research Day, which was a damn sight better. That was 3-hour window, research task, very nice and easy. You could go and get it.
And they didn't announce the shiny.
And they didn't say the shiny was going to actually be available. Was it a brand new Pokemon?
That was a good surprise.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was Clampearl's release was in a research day, and they dropped the shiny straight away. So everyone was kind of like, "Oh my god!" Because I think
Guillaume, there's a shiny. Now we go for it.
I think Guillaume messaged in our pub chat at about 10 minutes in and said, "I've just got a shiny," and then we all looked at each other. We're like, "Okay, we need to go for this now."
And it was like, "Oh god, here we go again." After the Phoebus Day, I endured 52 quests, 0 shiny, and that's why I refuse to talk about that day again. I still have not forgiven Niantic.
Yeah, but didn't you then hatch one a couple of weeks later?
I hatched one a day later.
A day later.
I've done a special trade for one.
That's just stupid.
RNG.
RNG. Yeah.
I got it from my first one was from a raid, so
yeah, mental.
What was it? What, Phoebus?
Yeah.
Shiny Phoebus.
I got redemption from Phoebus because, well, it was on Clampo Day. The last 5 minutes, touch a random Phoebus, it was shiny. I'm like, oh, so now you want to be shiny.
No, it was that Phoebus Day was the worst event day Niantic have ever done.
Yes, I fully agree with that. So they've improved the research days, but Clampo was a 3-hour window, and I don't know why, because so many people have complained about Com Day being 3 hours and then not. It's like, I work on a weekend. It's like, well, unfortunately, that's tough, mate. That's majority of the world don't. So
they find someone to play for you, or just don't play.
Niantic announced that Lotad Day would be an 8-hour event, a full-on 8-hour event, where basically the idea would be is that you could drop in and out at your leisure. But if you know us at all, we don't do things by halves here. So what we did is thought, right, we're going for the full 8 hours, guys. And Tom drafted a route back in 2018 of where we should actually walk to. Was it 2019? I thought it was 2018.
Yeah, it was 2019.
2019 was a year ago.
Oh, of course, it's 2019. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I'll check something. Hold on, go ahead.
I'm going to have to dub that in
it was 30th of March 2019. I just checked it out.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Okay, so I'm going to have to edit myself from earlier. But yeah, they did March 2019, and there were a lot less stops actually back then. A lot more stops have been added in for today. But Tom drafted out a route of where we should go and target all of the stops around our area that we possibly could within 8 hours.
Seems logical.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it was a long way. And Tom's step count is basically 37,000 steps over that day.
I think we knock off about 1,000 or 1,500 off those. 2,000. Yeah, I think we knock off 3,000 of those because there was the walk back from the pub after midnight.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you guys went to the pub. I walked straight back.
Yeah, we went to the bloody pub after.
Yeah, we went to the pub after.
No, I'm talking about the Friday night. I was in the pub on the Friday night.
Right. Okay, so then it rolls over to the next day, doesn't it? The step count.
Yeah, because I went home after midnight.
Okay, so you did about 33,000. Am I correct? Right?
And if we count, so getting home from the pub was probably about 1,400. Well, 12 to 1,400, and then probably about 2,000 going up to Eden Green. So yeah, knock about 3,000 off.
Yeah, so I mean it's still 36,000 steps or something. Well, no.
Yeah.
No, about 32,000, I think. Because I was just looking now, and actually, this phone is newer than the event was, so actually I don't have my step count on it anymore. But yeah, it was a good 30,000 steps plus, and I think until very recently, until this Go Fest actually this year, that was the longest event that we'd ever done, or that had ever really been. I don't think we didn't done Go Fest at 2019 at that point. Safari zones we hadn't been to, so that was the longest event we'd had, as a normal player. And it was, I don't know, we went so far, so far, and doing all of the tasks. And we didn't even do the thing where we sort of stack them up, because thankfully you didn't have, like the Halloween event, we didn't have to do any raids for the bloody tasks. It was always make great throws, nice throws.
I think there was a raid task, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but we were always dropping.
I think we didn't do that.
If we got 3 and there was a raid, we'd take it. Otherwise,
maybe. Yeah. That's the thing, is it's so bloody long ago. I can't really remember.
We assessed it sort of at the time, always at the time. So if we knew there were raid tasks and there was a level 5 raid, I can't remember what the level 5 boss at the time was.
Oh, fuck knows.
Wait. What was the day? Lotad Day? I think I got the screenshot. What was the date, Tom?
Saturday.
What date is in number day?
30 March.
Oh, I actually got the step count for me. I sent a screenshot on my old phone. So 32,878 steps. So I say about 28,000 if I take account of me walking home, bus and train. Probably, 28,000. Jesus, that's a long walk.
Trying to find out some of the information.
I've got the route on my phone as well. If you guys can.
Oh, have you? You're gonna have to let it try and focus or self-expose.
Yeah, what if I do this?
So,
with the iPad.
oh crikey! So it was a really weird timing. Oh my god!
I can't see it.
I can. That was mad.
Oh, add it. There we go.
Hold it still. There we go. So that's it. That's a vast proportion of West
Oh
London.
yeah.
Yeah. Because the blue one's a train. I made sure of that. So the red route is what we actually did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we did definitely go back up through Gunnersbury and then along, and we timed it and finished at the pub.
Yeah,
that's how we rolled.
That was Gunnersbury.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my usual timings.
Yeah.
And strategizing.
Because it was the 30th of March and the event started at 11 a.m. So it was like an 11 a.m. common day start, but it went through until 8 p.m.
Yeah,
your local time.
9-hour event.
9-hour event. Jesus, I'm getting all of the information wrong. So the tasks that you could have were battle in the gym.
This would have been a good idea to do before you did the
Look, shut up. There was a battle in a raid task. You're quite correct. There were quite a few tasks. So I remember Clampill Day only seemed to have, well, Feebas Day only had 4 different types of tasks. So hatch an egg, earn a candy walking a buddy, make 15 nice throws and 10 great throws. And I think Clampill Day only had like make 3 great throws, 5 nice throws, and catch 5 water type or something like that.
And there was the weather boosted one as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So there were like 4 or 5 quests.
I remember like we had the weather boosted quest constantly, and the weather was always.
No. So I was talking about Clampill Day. Clampill Day only had about 4 or 5 quests, whereas Lotad Day has.
Sorry.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Nice,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different quests.
Wow.
So it's like battle in the gym, use a super effective charge attack in a gym, battle in a raid, use 3 berries to help catch Pokemon, catch a Castform, we'll get onto that, catch 3 Pokemon with a weather boost, catch 5 Pokemon with a weather boost, make 5 curve throws, make 3 great throws, make 2 great throws in a row, make 5 nice throws, make 3 nice throws in a row, spin 2 stops. So there's quite a variety of tasks, but you could kind of do them all on the fly. And
no,
they
did
something.
You still had a fair few. You still had.
Did you?
Yeah. Clampo, you had.
Yeah, I would research this, but I'm on my tablet with the Zoom call. My phone's charging.
Clampo, right, you had 14.
14. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of them were sort of the same sort of thing. Either make 3 nice throws or whatever.
Yeah.
Was there a rate?
Yeah, there definitely was for Clampel, because I remember I got my first one after a Latias raid.
There was Latias in the raid bosses.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
I was going to check what boss it was my storage.
Yeah, well, which boss was for?
Well, I don't know. You could search, I guess, or find out in that time period. Could have been Dialga. Not sure, but it was very late March.
Mario,
so it was Dialga. Dialga came in Feb, so it's Dialga.
Well, maybe.
Dialga, then?
Good old Dialga.
Well, did Dialga come first? No, it's March. I caught one on my birthday. It was March.
Yeah, but it's the 30th of March, so I know Niantic may have switched things over earlier. I'm not sure, because it was right at the end.
What replaced Dialga? Was it Cresselia? No.
I have no idea. No idea, honestly. Well, while you guys are doing that, we'll say that... So, the Lotad Day brought in shiny Lotad for the very first time into Pokemon Go.
No. Dialga had gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's right at the end of March, so it might have...
Dialga was in from the 1st of March to the 28th of March.
It could have been Origin Giratina. Because I've got an Origin Giratina... My first Hundo Origin Giratina is the 10th of April.
Yeah, but mine earliest...
It would have been Origin Giratina.
No, the first one I caught. Well, first one I caught was in April, so that wasn't it.
But
I have it was Origin Giratina. No, it was Origin Giratina. No, you're right.
I think I might have switched over because the last Dialga I have available, which is still labeled for a trade, is the 27th of March. So it might have switched over on that weekend.
No. I found it.
Have you?
Actually, that weekend was altered Giratina.
Oh.
Was it?
Yes, it was altered Giratina from the 28th of March to the 2nd of April, and then Origin form came in. I've just found it now.
Okay.
That's the thing, is I've thrown all of them away.
They introduced the Origin, and they did that week before 1 week of the normal one. I think I remember about it.
Thank you, Tom.
Back then I'm thinking, why did they do that? I'm like, we had altered in Halloween, was Halloween. Then we get the news for Origin, and they release altered for 4 days. I'm like, give us the Origin.
Yeah, but this is Niantic we're talking about.
Good point.
Headless chicken on a farm springs to mind immediately.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, the legendary was
something we probably. I guess we were
right?
still thinking. Farm the candy. That's what I was going to say. I guess something like that. But we had to do the quest, so. Oh my goodness, Tom lagged then massively for me. He was there and then suddenly disappeared. That was amazing.
Oh, please put that in the video for next. That's gonna be funny as hell.
Sir Tom Usain Bolt Moore over there.
Flex.
That was astonishing. But so this was an event that brought in a new shiny, which is fantastic. We love a new shiny, always cool. And there was new exclusive. Well, it was at a research day, mate. You should have got that.
Well, be back.
That was barely anybody got shinies for that. It was the biggest uproar ever. But Lotad Day Ludicolo didn't get an exclusive move or anything, so that hadn't taken form or anything for this. But alongside of that, because I think they must have listened and thought, I don't know why they picked this, but when it was Clampill Day, they had all the water types appearing in that 3-hour window in the wild. So you could get Krabby shiny, and what else was shiny at that point? Horsey or something. I don't know what shinies were available back then.
Yeah, you can get Krabby. You can also get Sarah shiny. That's what
Shelder. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, wait, smash that. You can get this shiny.
Yeah, that's shiny in the background there. But you could access all of the water types because it was a water type Pokemon featured in the research day, which was cool. And I think I got one extra shiny of something. Magikarp probably as well.
I think I got a shiny.
No, I think you got a few shinies on a different account.
I know. I'm not going to mention that, but I did get 1 or 2 shinies on my own, which was nice. So it was like you could get an other shiny other than
I didn't get any of the other shinies.
Any of them. No. RNG bollocks.
I got enough Clamper, so I was fine.
What Niantic decided to do for Lotad Day is release shiny Castform into the wild. Normal, because the rainy, sunny, and snowy forms don't have shiny forms. Until very recently, haven't they just said they're going to do them?
Yeah, when they released the home, the sprite has been loaded, but we don't know when
they're going to be added in.
Yes.
There's going to be another Castform research day, isn't it, with those 3? Apparently they can learn Hex as well, so PvP people are going to love that.
Yeah. And also the other thing is, I think majority of that day we had partly cloudy weather, so normal Castform was boosted pretty much the entire time. So basically our normal spawns were shiny Castform, which meant that realistically, as a player, this turned into shiny Castform community day for 9 hours, which somebody who is below was not best pleased with, because all he could get basically for 6 hours, 6 hours or something, he got nothing but shiny Castform, which was kind of astonishing because we both ended up with, I think I got 24 at the end. You got 25 because you got one even after the event had finished.
Yes, when we were going to the pub.
Yeah, we were in the pub and you got another one. And we're like,
why?
Did you get one on your way home?
Oh yeah, you might have got it on the bus.
Morning.
Yeah, you might have got it on the bus or something.
Yeah. That's why to this day we're never tipping Castform.
So yeah, there were like 26 of them. I said, no, stop.
Yeah,
and I got my first Lotad was at 4:30, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a long time. 5.5 hours in or something.
Yeah,
6.5.
And I think when it started, I got like a back-to-back, and then I didn't get anything for like 5 hours. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
It was a bit of grind. I can't remember what happened with my shiny Lotads. I got 5 in the end or something.
Yeah.
But we started off, I think, did we start off doing all the tasks in Walpole?
Yeah, we did.
That was sort of where we kicked. And then we went through the Broadway around Haven Green and then back down the main road. And then we found ourselves like, we usually wouldn't go this far, but we ended up going down via like Brentford, round by kind of Kew Bridge. We
did Lammers, and then we did Blondin, and then
we did. We went through Blondin.
And then we headed Boston Manor Park.
Yeah.
And then we headed down into Brentford to the High Street.
Yeah.
Down past, down to where Brentford Lock is.
Yes.
There was a good cluster.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, Kareem got a shiny snow runt from one of those random raids down there.
Yes.
Didn't he get 2?
And
he got 2 shiny raid bosses back to back.
He got Snapbull as well, randomly near the canal.
Yeah. Which is why we wanted him here, because he was the luckiest player that day, really.
Bear in mind, he didn't play at all
into the canal.
prior to this.
We did contemplate throwing him in there straight away, but no, he got 2. Well, there wasn't one of them wild. He got a shiny Snubbull in the wild, and then we were
Snubbull
at
in
the
wild,
raid.
and then Snow
Run was the next raid. But we'll come back to.
It was at the Northumberland Arms gym, because after doing that route, Todd and I were trying to do Moltres raid. Moltres raid, no, it was Raikou raid route, and I remember because the name specifically was the last gym on that route. So I'm like, this is where he got the shiny.
Yeah, it was down at Northumberland Arms, which is just as you go over the canal in Brentford. So I'm sure Mano will have to get a bit of Google Maps up and
probably I have to do some like post screen record and stuff.
That one is the same gym where I got the Hando and Tay.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, you were grinding for that all day when you finally got it.
And that Entei raid, I'd started doing the raid and watching the Cricket World Cup final that was being shown inside the pub.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That was a brilliant way to end it, actually. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I remember that. Because then you started listening to it on the radio on the way back, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Celebrating when Butler and Stokes started doing well in the Super Over.
Yeah.
And watched the New Zealand chase in the Griffin.
Yeah.
And celebrating a World Cup win, which was quite enjoyable. So
absolutely, yeah. No, it was fun. It was a fun day.
Yeah, and also at that point, I did trade you an Entei from when it was first caught, and then you gave me a Carnivine. Wasn't expecting it to go lucky, and he went lucky.
Yeah.
So like, okay, cool, Pokédex Carnivine lucky. Can't hunt for
Carnivine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that it was just the fact that the Lotad day was kind of the most extensive we'd ever really gone to try and harvest. And we did like 150, 160 research tasks each.
I didn't even keep
something.
Count.
I think we did a lot. Like
it was about 120, 130. I'm trying to.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of find the information out sort of as we go.
Because I only kept the shiny.
Map where all the stops were, we could say, yeah, we did all these stops, about 120 odd.
Yeah.
It was about 120 odd.
Yeah, so it was a lot of tasks.
Probably more or less.
And I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Lotad shinies from that day.
Yeah.
Which, I got 2 Lotad shinies before getting a Castform shiny, which is exactly the opposite way around it went for Francesco. He got basically like 15 shiny Castform before getting a fucking Lotad.
God. So Francesco was obviously happy for that, but something else happened during that whole day that we all know I hate to this day and also love at the same time.
That 24 was in the video, we could get 200,000 views.
Yes, so it was Well, Nakim, it was on your account, so you can divulge that information.
I'm gonna try and find the fine. I'm gonna try.
And the place was near the Steam Museum, I think.
Yeah,
no,
Steam
the
Museum.
Right by the
Steam
Steam Museum.
Yeah, hang on. Where is it? It's
I mean,
the
while you're finding that, I'm just going to say, was it after or before that? I'm trying to think, because we did a Shinx raid.
Yeah, you got the shiny.
And I got the shiny from that raid, which, I don't know, that was actually going past the building site of Brentford's. Was it Brentford's football?
Yeah, I think it was after he got the thingy.
So I think that might have been, was that before or after the Steam Museum? I have no idea.
It was after, the Steam Museum raid was where you got the Shinx.
Yeah. It was after.
Ah, okay. So yeah, I got the shiny Shinx, and then you got. What did you get, Nakim?
I am not going to miss this one bit. Hang on. I'm going to turn the light off and you guys can see my camera. I got this. Oh, wait, hang on.
You need to show the stats.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm doing it right now. I got this. You probably... Can you?
Hold it still. There we go.
Yep, see it there.
Yeah, I got...
He got a Shundo. And as I remember, what happened was it went, oh, yes, it's shiny. Oh shit, it's a Hundo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The reason for that, and by the way, I've just found out that I did 141 quests.
141 quests?
141.
Yeah.
I think we all did about the same. Around
we're all around 130, 140,
Yeah.
There's some quests we didn't do, but if we had done those, it would have been like, maybe more, because most of it was weather boosted quests, and everything was just Castform.
Yeah, but you need also to consider that at the time the stop were limited, so...
Yeah. All right, so the story about the Shundo Lotad. Well, was it, Tom, you got like a Shundo Legendary, I can't remember what it was, and you're thinking, you know what, I told him specifically, next time, if I get a shiny 100%, I'll give you the phone and max it. And I think, maybe a month or two later, we had Lotad Day, and I was like, I didn't get Lotad for like 5 or 6 hours. Finally get at my phone, it was like, yeah, shiny Lotad, check the number. Oh shit, it's a Hundo.
Because it was 256, I think.
Yeah, 256.
Yeah.
So like, oh no. I told Marlon and Kareem this, right? Guys, do not tell Tom. You guys just yelled, Tom!
Max it.
I'd already heard from the, a shiny. Oh shit. I knew it that moment.
It was quite loud as we're going past, the Steam Museum.
Give me a phone.
Did he try and run? I don't know if he tried to run, but he ran towards you.
My legs were like, max. I'm like, you know what? I'm already walking this route. I can't be asked to run the opposite direction. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah. So I mean,
I got him eventually. I got it. I think it was Slack-off day.
No, it was bag on day.
Bag on day.
Oh, yeah, the next com day.
Video.
Because you maxed that in the pub. We have I have a picture from that somewhere. Where it's Tom and I.
We have many pictures of
that
glorious day.
But the Lotad Day ended in the best way possible, right at the end of the pub, which was great. That's always good fun.
I don't think the good people will
appreciate
the photos as much as
we
would.
I think I might have to, the classic, the one that is the photo of the chat, might have to be included in the thumbnail, but
maybe not.
No, maybe. I don't mind making a proud of myself. It's all good.
Do that on a daily basis anyway. It's all fine.
Yeah, exactly. There's no difference, no change. And I'm just trying to think because we sort of got quite accustomed to like going pretty hardcore for an event and stuff. I remember Kareem was whining about how far and long we'd had to walk.
Yeah, I think he thought I would do like Walpole, Lammas, and maybe Blood in Park and walk back. Nope, that's just halfway.
Yeah. Let's go down to Kew. We did do Kew Bridge.
Yeah, we did.
Kew Bridge and all the way up through the Chiswick roundabout.
Yeah, we didn't go all the way to Chiswick roundabout. No, we turned up and went past the site.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it was Gunnersbury
Stadium, which is yet to open to the public.
Yes, and then through Carville Hall Park. Was that it?
No, we didn't really do Carville. No.
We went into Gunnesbury, I think.
We went into Gunnesbury and sort of went up in the middle and up by the North Korean embassy where I got a shiny.
Right, yeah. And
I got a shiny from the North Korean embassy gym. North Korean embassy stop.
I was going to say, was that actually a stop back then? I don't remember.
Yeah,
but,
it was. Yeah, no, it's always been a stop at North Korean embassy.
Ah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's kind of stock response, really. We went hardcore for it, finished in the pub. It's like the two stages of any Pokemon event for us. Even in Dortmund, we went hardcore, go to the pub. That's how it works.
That's how we did. We ended the raid days at a pub. So we all the attention was, we're going to the pub at the end of the day. What's the last gym? That pub.
But then what was really weird is like the Lotad day. After that, they didn't do any research days until Minchino earlier this year in February.
Yeah,
I think there were a lot of opportunities. They could have done some other ones. I don't know why, because I thought the 8-hour thing was really good on two factors in the sense that if you couldn't play all day, you could participate when you could, drop in and out, or schedule, a 2-hour window for yourself and go around. Because, doing the tasks, you don't have to be playing with others, but it's good fun if you do. But by the same token, if you are a super hardcore player like we are, we could go all day if we so damn well choose and go and do as many research tasks as possible. And it's a shame that they didn't decide to do any more after that.
I think that they went more for the special research. So than the home that you got the whole day to do it whatever you want. So you got like 20 pages to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they introduced that sort of thing basically for when the lockdown came in because they had Snubble.
Yeah. Snubble and then Meowth. Snubble was all right. Meowth was
as well.
Meowth was pretty bad, I thought. And
Centric was Incense.
Day.
That's the day. Also the Incense
Centric was Incense, as was Kavana.
Yeah.
Kavana Day, I think I got 3. Centric was only the 2. But then Centric Day and Kavana had selected types per window, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, but they need to come back to do a proper one without incense only, because people were complaining about the incense. Also the new spotlight, the main feature are all from incense, so it's crap because you get one encounter each a minute or 90 seconds. So
that's what they come up with.
But this is what happened with these events for 7-Eleven or Verizon or StubHub. People go hungry because the main feature were all from incense. So they were normal spawn for the adventure event, and that's it. And they were getting only the ones from the incense, but a large part of people didn't get the shiny Ferrosid. So
it's because we all know Niantic can't run double events in a week.
No, Nakim, it's more than, it's like during the community, Go Fest. Yeah. Large part of the exclusive stuff was only on the instance. So you were limited spawn. You were
limited to spawns, and you were limited on what RNG decided to give you. In a sense, if you wanted to, for example, Tom on the rerun was chasing shiny Heatmore. He could only get as many Heatmore as RNG Incense decided he was going to have spawn.
Yeah.
Which is a problem, really, because it means you can't go and chase it as much as you wanted to, really. That's why Heatmore in a Fire Hour was quite good because it spawned.
But Milo, the second day we had some of them that's been removed, so
there's
more chance to get it.
I'm seeing the chat that you and Kareem are having, sort of having on the side there. But yeah, I thought Lotad Day was it was just one of those until maybe this year for GoFest, because I would say 2019's Germany GoFest was more of an adventure, a holiday kind of.
Yeah, 2019 GoFest was infinitely better than 2020 for me.
Yeah, because we're in a new place.
It was always going to be that even before.
Yeah, but Tom, it was all wild spawn and if you could keep the instance going on, but you could chase the encounter. With the instance, you are getting what they decide you to get.
We're sort of even that. Besides, I would still say that it's the fact that obviously we couldn't travel this year. That was a problem, and there was no sort of event in different parts of the world.
We couldn't really do the pub properly afterwards either.
No, so that was a shame. But that's where, like, yes, I mean, we grinded this year's Go Fest 2 days, 10 hours, so 20 hours pretty much grind. My legs were dead. My legs were dead at the end of
You sat down for half of it, Nakim.
No, I was up. I took my best to be up for the whole 10 hours.
I think he sat down. He sat down on com days. I think that was
I know,
it.
but if you think my
he sat down after about 2 hours for about 3 hours.
Jesus.
But if you were
like 2 hours standing, 3 hours sitting, 2 hours standing, 3 hours sitting.
Yeah, I mean, but if you, Tom, if you think that, or if you were looking for only a particular kind of shinies that were only from instance, you could stay seated the 10 hours and get the same spawn if you go going around walking. So this is the main problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. Certainly of this year's Go Fest with particularly Unknown, because Unknown was a incense only spawn, I think.
Yeah, it was. It was
only like the regionals. The regionals were all on instance, so you could stay in a place running 8 hours, 10 hours the incense, and that's it. If you were not looking for the ones that were spawning, what's the point? I mean,
whereas if you did incense on Lotad Day, you just get Castform.
Yeah.
It's a Castform, and that was the thing. Is that it was a very fun day because obviously we made it our own thing.
Oh, Hundo execute. Where?
Hang on, Hundo alert.
It's near Blondin Park. So.
Oh yeah, I'll just get my shoes on.
I'll just like
off you go.
In the car.
Carry on the podcast without me, chaps.
I'll go north.
I'll be back shortly.
Yeah. I'm in a Lugia raid that Adam invited me to, and it's a swarm of Magnezone and 2 people using Aggron.
What?
Maybe he's doing it on Discord, so there are new players there.
It was the Hoover building or whatever it was. But don't use Aggron in raids, people. If you're watching this, don't use Aggron in raids. It's crap. It's really bad.
You could even use Blissey before we even use Aggron. Jeez.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Dude, I don't even use Blissey for anything nowadays.
But Nakim, do you know that people that were scared about the glitch of the fainting team that were going in with old bulky Pokemon to survive the raid?
Yeah.
And waiting on the others to do the mage. So
I mean, it's not a good. I mean, stay in there for this shield, but if you use Aggron and Lugia's Hydro Pump, you're basically done in one shot.
Yeah, you are. But the thing is that if everyone uses that strategy of having something bulky to not do damage and not faint out, you don't do the raid. You fail. It's people using bad mons.
If you have 4 people that get in with the right counter, is fine. Otherwise, you need at least 7, 8.
Yeah, because the stock thing is, I think that raid that I failed with four level 40s. I was like, how have we failed this? And I've gone in with my Darkrai team and Mega Gengar, whereas the 3 of them, whoever they were, just went in with Tyranitar. Like Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge or Bite Stone Edge is incredibly slow, so that's why we failed it.
If you analyze the 2019 and the game was in a stage, now it's a completely different stage. So at the time, maybe it was worth to do 8 hours, 9 hours event. But if you think that after it was in every event, Lotad, so the point.
So it's like, I don't know. It was one of those things where you didn't know if it was going to become rare or just common. You know, a bit like, freaking Minchino. Minchino, brand new Pokemon, shiny, bang, there you go. And now
because they knew no one was going to hunt for Minchino after it became shiny. I'm like, yeah, we'll give you the shiny right off the bat because no one's ever going to use it.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's now one of the standard spawns. Like in normal weather, you know, just every day, it's there. Or I mean, I was raiding. Was I with who was I with? I was with you, Francesco, I think, wasn't I? And I was using Tom's account, and I clicked him in Chino, and it was freaking shiny for him. Right? That's what happens. It's just a normal spawn now. That's a terrible loot. Yeah.
If they're going to release the shinies of Mew and things like that, it's going to be in raids.
Oh, okay,
yes.
That makes more sense.
Oh, yes. Niantic will be like, hey, give us your money.
They'll be like, 200 coins for a mythical raid pass. Take my money. Take my money.
F***ing hell. I wouldn't put them past that and say, there's an entirely new level of category of raids. Mythical raids where you're going to need 20 players to take down Mew.
20 players, best friend bonus, mega boost. What's the other thing? French. No, you said French.
Oh, and catch the
They will find a way to get cash from you. Don't worry.
Good.
Isn't that what you need to take down a Bidoof, though?
What, a mythical Bidoof?
Yeah, but
no, just any Bidoof. You need 20 players.
The best thing that they made the acquisition week for Bidoof. I didn't release the shiny, so
yeah. What? Like,
why do it?
They could have done they could have actually done a research day for Bidoof.
Oh, you know what person will love that?
Yeah. Everybody on the planet would love that. People who don't play Pokemon Go would be like, yes,
I think the quest should be going from, what shall we say, 6 o'clock to about...
Make it 24 hours.
7 o'clock in the evening. 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
No, you know what?
Genuinely,
pretty quick.
Genuinely, if it was a 24-hour event, I would probably do it just for banter, like the entire thing.
Yeah,
we had to force Bish to do all the quests in the whole E-League area.
Thing is, I think they had to go put the event at 2 a.m. for us, and like, yeah, we've got a new Bidoof event. When's it starting? 2 a.m. for the UK. Night hunt. Night hunt.
No, I just like
I'm setting the alarm now.
I'll sleep during the day and do a Bidoof quest.
That freaking Halloween event. Why? Why did it start at 2 a.m.?
I think they were going to encourage like night hunts when the event was over.
Because they want to start at 9 in USA, so
it started. But why not just do it local time based? They've done so many things local. I don't understand who Niantic decides this won't be local time. The other one will be.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Every time was starting at 9 a.m. so p.m. so we're in the night rather than because the Australia, New Zealand, they got it in the morning. So
they get it in the morning, which is fine for them, sort of. We get it in the evening, so we can't do the raid boss, but we can do the shiny hunt. We just focus on that. USA get comfortable of doing it both, and
because they get it split at lunchtime.
Yeah, exactly. So
and one of the feature was in the raid.
It works the other way around towards the end of the event, as we've got the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got like 3 hours of the day, maybe even 4.
That's it. It works out either way for us because then, like, you know, the USA's raids stop or whatever, or
to be honest,
whatever.
I actually prefer it our way.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's like if something starts at 9 p.m.
At least it sort of means day ends, next day new boss.
Yeah, because you can prepare for your raid counters for that raid boss on the next day.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Not that it takes me that long to prepare a raid team these days.
No, it's just like...
Oh, level 1 was a nose pass.
What counters do we pick?
Invite me.
Huh?
No, it looked
nose pass.
Didn't notice it.
Nose pass.
Nose pass research day. There's so many mons that they could do some event.
But the shiny is okay. The nose pass shiny is okay.
Well,
the brown shiny.
What about Promo Pass?
It's just the fact that like Lotad Day was kind of an epic high. Like that was such a unique experience for us in terms of just any event, because obviously the com days were still 3 hours back then. Raid hours.
Yeah.
I don't think raid hours have really started. Like they just begun
doing
lunchtime.
The lunchtime
hour. and then everybody complained, and they switched to dinner time. So I'm like,
because I think that was it. Because I remember I got dinner. I think one of the first dinner time raid hour things they did. That was when I got my 100% Origin Giratina.
Yeah.
Because I remember trying to catch it, and Bish was basically hurling abuse at me in the streets.
It's what I do remember about that particular day of going back to Lotad day is Kareem switched to Valor that day as well.
Oh, was that
the day.
Lotad day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the week before was Trico Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mythos decided to switch to Valor that day.
Yes, he became one of us.
He decided.
Yeah.
And then Kareem swiftly followed.
Kareem got more and more filled with vodka and coke, and basically just gave up and was like, do you know what? This is going to happen at some point in the future. Changed me to Team Valor, and we're like, all right then, all right.
Cool. Give you 1,000 coins.
Yeah.
As well that night.
We got absolutely smashed, diverted away from what we were doing. But hey,
yeah, this really hasn't been a Lotad research day chat. It's just
we did it at the beginning. It's fine.
I mean, they finally got to know what happened. The fans.
I think Lotad day and other things, and other.
That's the thing. It's a Lotad day pod, and I use podcasts in the sense of like most podcasts I've listened to, apart from a few, are very much a load of waffle.
Yeah, they go off topic sometimes.
We've just got green screen. Oh, there's your Lotad.
There's a Lotad, yeah. It's coming in and out. Like, what are you trying to show us?
I can't.
It's coming in and out.
Sorry, there it is, Lotad. Bam, bam.
256 is the Hyundai.
Yeah, that one is the Shando. I didn't max it yet.
Wow. I mean, what the irony of
report to me immediately.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, what the irony of my Shalando was that I use it in Ultra League and it's a freaking beast. So I'm like, we maxed this for
I
a
knew
reason.
that all along. You see, I was thinking of the future even at that point.
Who knew that Tom was so inclined and forward thinking about Glitch Battle League? Who knew?
I'm like,
I knew all along. You see, I mean, let's face it. Look at the mons I maxed for you. We had the
Mama Swine
for Deoxys. I couldn't solo. When that comes back, I'm soloing it. Then you maxed Mama Swines with a Honda, and then the next day was Rayquaza. I'm like, seriously?
We could talk about that actually, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could talk about that. Why not? Since we've kind of gone off topic, we're just chatting around the bollocks now. So I hope you're enjoying this. Let's talk about attack form Deoxys, because obviously a whole bunch of new players and stuff will have only really
shiny attack form Deoxys in raids.
Don't we all?
Yes, we want that. I want
to see how quickly Mega Gengar and Darkrai, how fast can you solo this? Because
don't forget Origin Giratina as well.
Oh yeah,
Origin Giratina. I think Darkrai's a bit better DPS than it, though. That's the only thing. And to be fair, like attack form Deoxys with Psycho Boost, what the damage is that going to do to it?
It would be a solo.
Yeah. But okay, we're going to do
solo in January 2019.
No, a solo like
both Milo and myself, Nakim,
a level 1
became
solo.
a bit more interesting.
A level 1 solo.
I was going to say that I can do a little bit of a plug here. If you want to actually take your support to the next level and become a Patreon member, for a small amount of money per month, you can get some exclusive content, including, I think it's Turtwig Conde video from way back, September 2019. But at the beginning of that video, there is an actual recording of me soloing an attack form Deoxys. So that's a neat shoehorn. Now let's go back to what we were talking about.
Fair enough.
And when Attack Deoxys comes out with the shiny, I think we do need to try and get, if we are able to, and as per COVID regulations, I think we need to try and get 20 strong accounts together.
Oh, yes.
I mean, with Discord, it'd be so much easier. It's like, okay, everybody, 20 people, get into this lobby. Oh, no,
but the thing is, you only have 10 invites, 10
thing
remote.
Is, you need 10 people. You need 10 people at the raid.
Yeah. I mean, it would be
It's easy to done. Don't worry. It's easy. we got enough account to do it. So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm sure we have enough spare phones between us.
Yeah, I got like
His
3.
question is, do we have enough hands?
I got long fingers, so that counts.
we need
Can
to
we
have
buy-
10 accounts and then invite 10 people. That's it. We have done.
You need to buy like a load of styluses and sellotape them to your fingers.
Anyway, hang on. I actually do have something like that, but some
Edward Stylus hands.
Or something with like with long nails.
I think just 20 strong accounts against Attack Deoxys would be hilariously funny.
Yeah, so you've got to have everyone's have to have maxed out something or other, like super high, high quality.
I got
Gengars,
maxed out
Giratiners.
shiny Bruce Body Dark Ray.
Nice.
That's
Genesect.
Boom.
Genesect as well. It'll be fantastic to bring out the Genesect and do that. But let's have a little talk about the story of Nakim's first kind of. It wasn't forced; it was necessary maxing. So we back in the day when EX raids were actually a thing, and crikey, when the bloody hell was this? January 2019, you said.
It was January 2019.
Yeah. And Attack Form Deoxys
I can't remember what raid it was.
Well,
we went to Q.
Don't mind.
It was one of the Q
guards. It
but...
was.
I think it was the 3 stumps at Q.
No, it was Hidden Nook.
Was it Hidden Nook?
Nook.
I seem to remember it was one that I can't actually get to gold because it doesn't exist anymore.
No, you've already golded it because I golded it for you.
All right. Okay. But it was one of the EX gyms at Q, and Attack Form Deoxys was a raid boss, EX raid boss for about 3 months. And obviously, Attack Form Deoxys has the highest attack stat in the game of 419 or something incredible. But its stamina and defense is lower than Magikarp. The what? Sorry?
Yeah, it's 12th of January that raid.
12th of January. My goodness.
Adam dropped me off at Brentford Mackie D's because I was going to Brentford versus Stoke afterwards.
Good memory.
Yes, because I took Nakim down in my car, I think.
Oh, you did, yeah.
I think I did.
And Nakim caught a shiny Minun.
You shiny Plusle. Shiny Plusle, actually. But we went to this and we did a solo. We wanted to do a solo challenge, so everybody who was in the Q group just did the EX raid themselves and in their group and went home. And the 4 of us, Adam, Tom, Nakim, and myself, were like, okay. Nakim not being aware that he couldn't actually solo it at the time, thought, let's see who can take it down the fastest, because at that point we were all using Bite Crunch Tyranitars. I think, Tom, you did it just a bit quicker because you have 3 or 4 maxed 100%ers at that point. There you go. It's now got the Conde move, though.
What? Does it?
Smackdown. Yeah, it's got Smackdown.
Yeah, no, it did. I kept the Conde move. I wasn't going to ruin it.
Yeah.
I just gave it a second move, so it had
second move and maxed it. What happened was that I think Tom soloed it with 80 on it, and I did it with 78 something seconds on it. So I remember it was a bit slower, but because I didn't have quite as good IV Tyranitars, Adam got it with about 85, 90 seconds on it. Nakim failed the solo.
Yeah,
not by much, I don't think. Not by a long way. But obviously, EX raids were invite exclusive. Like, you could invite 1 extra account, and he'd had my invite, I think, or he'd had Tom's invite. But the problem is that everybody in the Q group who could have helped him had already done the raid and sodded off home. The 3 of us had already done the raid and completed it, so there was nobody else to help him actually do that raid. Not even a spoofer, because this was 15, 20 minutes after the raid had hatched.
Yeah,
so
this is when you couldn't get mega raid invites, EX raid invites that often. So one time in once maybe.
Yeah, I think a maximum you could have 2 EX raid passes.
2 passes of pretty much.
One of your own that you got given, and then one you could be invited to. But Nakim couldn't solo it, and he was like, "We need to get him to actually do this bloody raid because otherwise he's going to lose his EX pass, and what's the point?" So he went through. And he had that 100% Tyranitar at level 22 or something.
Yeah, I evolved it. It was a Honda I evolved, but I never maxed it out, and that was my mistake.
I mean, it was definitely not left at level 1 like it was on the Com Day. but it
I
wasn't
think it was
maxed
either
out.
at 1500 or 2500.
I think it was
Yeah,
2500.
yeah.
If it was 1500, he definitely wouldn't have put it in the battle party.
Well, 2500, yeah, 2500 at least 2500.
But I mean, this was
No, it
before
was
we
under
even had.
2500 because I think you wanted it for PvP or something daft.
No,
like that.
PvP wasn't a thing, was it?
Yeah, PvP didn't exist, I don't think, at that
No,
time.
it is. I think it sort of had. Is it they were sort of launching it because we were able to battle each other, if you remember.
Oh yes, it was the friends battling thing.
Yeah. So Nakim would sort of put it like that for that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had it under 2500, so you had that, and this was before we even had Darkrai. Obviously, Origin Giratina wasn't even a thing. Altered Giratina was kind of crap, and we hadn't really raided it. And Chandelure didn't exist. Basically, Tyranitar with Crunch and Bite was the best Dark type in the game at that point.
Yeah,
and he had quite a few of them.
Gengar.
Yeah, Gengar maxed out.
And the other option I think we would have had would have been Skizzle.
Yeah. Skizzle wasn't maxed, but it was like above 2500.
But we didn't max because it was the fact that obviously you had Tyranitar Com Day, so you had a fair few.
Yeah.
And quite a few from raids because Tyranitar was in the raid system back in that day as well. So Tom went through and was like, "You've got a hundo, and 298, and 93, and whatever," and just burnt his Stardust.
Good Lord!
I don't think all of it, but a considerable amount because you had like maybe 2 million Stardust at that point.
Yeah, the highest start I still had was 2 million Stardust. I'm like,
yeah, you had considerably more than any of us had.
Yeah,
I had the resources for it, but I'm like, I'm a hoarder for Stardust, but not now because of GBL. So I was a hoarder for Stardust. So I'm like, what if I can get like to 5 million? That dream was scrunched up and tossed in the bin. Then remember I gave Tom the phone. I'm like, it was necessary.
Bye-bye.
Max Maxington was born.
Indeed. No. Just, I don't know what we used to call that. It was just the hand the phone to Tom kind of job. Yeah, the Maxington like rebrand. It was like a rebrand came from a pub in Dortmund.
Yes.
It's actually the pub. It's so disappointing. I looked at it on our video, and it's actually called Maximilian.
Maximilian, yeah.
I might as well write them a letter in English, and they won't read it, and say rename it to Max Maxington. But it was just the fact. I don't know why. We sort of saw the Max, and we're like, it's the place to burn Stardust, and that was the pub or bar we decided to go to on the night out in Germany, and we decided to go and spend all our Stardust. So it became
Maximilian. The
Maximilian. It became like Max Maxington, the bar, and then Tom has become Sir Max Maxington on the back of that, and also him being bombarded because people mistook him for Sir Tom Moore during the lockdown.
I'm a nice exam.
Because Tom's now knighted, and how old is he? What, 90?
100.
100.
You're
looking very good, Tom.
He is maxed. He's maxed. 100%.
He's fully maxed out.
What? Where?
What?
Okay, there is a 72% Axew near the mid gym in Gannesbury.
Oh, for God's sake.
Tom's
25
gone.
minutes on it.
Tom's gone.
25 minutes on it.
But that was an interesting one. But the thing is, like, that was a necessity max because now, I mean, you still kind of use those Tyrannosaurs.
No, it's still there.
Day.
It didn't go together. But if I'm sending a message to Lewis, he will go there, I'm sure.
Oh, he's closer to you.
It's closed. It's 9:45.
But you can access from outside.
You'll find a way.
Can you?
It's literally near the gym, so.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Quick cutthroat and drive. To this day, that Mon that was Max, and any of the Pokemon that Tom is Max is named Tom for that very reason. Max by Tom.
I think it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Have you renamed the Bulbasaur that I caught for you?
Yeah, I renamed it Tom Max. I'm like, what?
Unfortunately, I don't need another.
Do you just enjoy my text of caught it, maxed it, logged out?
I'm like, I see, caught it. I read maxed. What? No. I looked like, no.
To be fair, it was super high level anyway. It was like level 31 or 2 anyway.
Yeah, I think it's I caught I got a Bulbasaur Hundo from the quest, I think weeks before, and I maxed it out. I'm like, you know what? I'll wait for December and evolve it. Now I got 2 of the buggers. So I'm like, you know what? I'll put this in Mega Raids if I ever do Mega Raids.
Yeah. Well, I said that other Hondo's waiting for a con day. Because then it'll be.
I realize now that
mine is ready. Mine is ready.
If Mega Tyranitar comes back, man, what? If Mega Tyranitar is in the Mega Raids when it comes out, I'm like, I already got 100%. I just need the energy. Tom Mega Evolve. That's what I need.
And then that will be. I think it's the best dark and rock type, like in terms of TDO or something, because it's so bulky. It's not the highest attack, because I think Mega Houndoom and Darkrai have higher attacks than it. Certainly with the movesets, and even I think Rampardos is better DPS than Mega Tyranitar with Smackdown Stone Edge, but it's just so bulky.
Rampardos
it's so tanky.
Super fragile. So
yeah, I hate Rampardos as a mob. I hate it. I love it. I love dinosaurs. I was a big dinosaur paleontologist nut when I was a kid, but Rampardos really put me off. Yeah, that is exactly like Ross. Exactly like that. But I was just thinking, like, Cranidos and Rampardos, they were super hard to come by and get, and I literally never ever got a good one until very recently. I got a 98. I maxed it out. And okay, I'm going to use it against Moltres in videos and stuff. It dies within like 1 overheat, gone. Like, what the bloody hell?
It has the moves to take out a Moltres, and you max out and you get out in one shot. I don't get it, because what?
That's kind of it, is that Lotad Day was the most extreme event we'd done for the longest time in the game, right up until this year's Go Fest.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's purely because Go Fest, was play from home or whatever, play in your local area. We could go out and about, and us, we don't do anything by halves. So we thought 10 hours, we're bloody going for it. There's a of shinies that everybody wants, new shinies, etc. But Lotad Day, that was a proper hike. That was going around and not stopping, because obviously you need a new quest.
We did have lunch.
We did have was that lunch at the Griffin? Or we had a drink at the Griffin or something, didn't we?
We had a drink at the Griffin.
Yeah, I can't remember where we had lunch.
I think we had lunch in the pub.
May have done.
I think, we went to the castle and have a quick lunch and go, I think.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, yeah, because it started at 11, so then it was like maybe we had lunch like 12:30 or 1 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I think we should have had it 1:30, 2-ish.
Yeah, so we sort of covered all of Ealing, that sort of area, and then had lunch and then carried on down that way. But that was probably the biggest like distance, because obviously Go Fest this year we just did laps and laps and laps of the same year. I think Lotad Day was probably easier because we weren't looping the same place over and over again. Yeah. We were constantly going somewhere new and fresh, which is probably what made it feel more like an adventure. Not that we were adventuring anywhere new. I mean, Tom's lived in the area his entire life. So, it's like, I know this entire area.
As well. I got one of my shiny Lotads outside my old house.
Yeah, I remember that, actually.
I remember, yeah.
That. But it's like, it was just one of those days where you're with mates, you're doing something quite unique. It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh, particularly when Kareem suddenly got back-to-back random full-odd shinies. I got my Shinx.
All right, stuff I wanted to try for.
I'll put up a picture that I took of. I tried to do an AR Plus picture of shiny Castform.
Yes.
Crikey! It was a funny road name. That's what it was. It was some funny euphemism road name, I think.
Yeah, that wall was near where he got Snubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Francesco was in the picture that I took, looking like hell. Like he looked like he was ready to kill someone.
It's a good meme.
Yep.
It was a very good picture, but it was just one of those.
The problem was, I think, that I didn't get any Phoebus, so that one was the second.
Oh right, yeah.
Quest event, and again I was queued up. So
yeah.
Oh right.
But it was the fact that it took so long for you. You were getting so many Castform, but not getting Lotad, which was the actual thing. But it was that sort of high up and down, escalator of people's emotions, not getting the shiny, etc., and then ending it in the pub where we had a good sesh, a good laugh. Well, let's hope. The thing is, with a video like this long, it's kind of unique. I can understand if not too many people watch it, but quite a lot of people enjoyed the GoFest video. Like, even if it was the highlights of the long one, which I don't think I'll bother doing a highlights one for this one.
Well, how long has it been? Like an hour, 2 hours, maybe?
I mean, I'll cut it. I'll cut some stuff down because obviously, I've got us swearing profusely in it, so I'm gonna have to bleep that out potentially. And also, there's a lot of bollocks in between, so I may cut some of it. But then there's a certain charm. I think like there's something to be said for just an organic chat to listen to, and that's kind of what the podcast medium is about.
Friday the 13th. I'm like, well, we had 2020. It's gotten worse and worse. Friday the 13th. You know what? Give yourself a break for once.
Somebody posted in either on Twitter or on a chat or something. I saw like numbers are comparing themselves. So it was number 13. It's like, hey, I'm seriously unlucky, and then it was 666. Are you sure about that? And then 2020 was there. It's like, bitch, please sit the down.
2020 was like, yeah, hold my beer.
Oh my god! And it's ironic as well because all the pubs are closed. Like, yeah.
The thing is, the opticians are now having to find a new form for perfect vision. They can't say 20/20 vision anymore. That just scares people.
Yeah, exactly. Legit. I was thinking that the whole time. Jesus.
That's it. Anyone who says 20/20, you have to self-isolate. It's like, no, you've got perfect vision, mate. You're fine. I have to self-isolate. Okay.
I'll just dip in a tank of sanitizer. I'm like, I'm done next.
Yeah.
My God, sanitize your eyes. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I'll burn like hell.
So yeah, so having gone from glorious Griffin Park, we then went down to the site of their new stadium. I'm not calling it home until I've actually been in there to watch a game of football. That's pinnacle.
The hell was that?
Francesco's groaning.
Francesco's seen a Hyundai Gibble.
If that's the case, then
either that or he sat very uncomfortably.
You basically hit the handle, but not the right handle.
Slack off.
What we got?
Fuck is that one?
Mincino.
No, it's a Hando Dino.
Oh, where?
Kazakhstan. All right, go and get it.
Say Harrow, please. Harrow.
It's very nice.
Send me the coordinates. I'll order you an Uber.
Order who an Uber?
Nakim.
Nakim.
Technically closest one there.
He's technically closest, and he's the most sober. Well, we're all on a little bit of a break at the moment. In fact, my battery's about to die, so let's fix that, shall we? I was just going to do like a little intermission or something. So, I don't know. Let me know if you're enjoying this, and make sure you do throw a like on it if you are enjoying it. And comment down below if you want to see, I don't know, us talk about some other Pokemon Go event or something else that we've done in the game. Let us know, because obviously we've got a whole bunch of things that happened before I even booted up the PoGoMiloUK channel, such as the legendary bird raid days, etc., or I don't know, the December 2018 rollback. Tom's already said he doesn't want to talk about Feedbass Day. We could do a Feedbass Day podcast without the poor sod who didn't get any shiny Feedbass. But there's a whole bunch of things that we could discuss. And also, I don't know if you just want to hear us talk about the game in general, because I don't know, it's quite nice to sit down with a drink. And obviously we can't do this now in the UK, or in England, should I say, because pubs aren't open. You can't really do this with social distancing. And I don't know, it's nice to lockdown. It's nice to sit down with your mates and have a chat and stuff and reminisce about things. So do let us know if there's something that's an event that's happened in the game you would like us to talk about, or if you just enjoy us chatting a load of bollocks. If you're enjoying this, please do make sure to subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss a live stream or an upload. And like I said, throw a like on it if you are enjoying this podcast. Do make sure to check out the GoFest recap from 2019, where we watch back on our epic road trip and holiday that we had for Germany's GoFest. And we do a Ho-Oh duo and talk about the game for another hour afterwards or something. So that was a fun time. That's why we wanted to do this. And we've been planning this for the best part of 2 months, I think. I created this chat in September. Anyway, we're going to jump back into the podcast chat. all of that jazz.
Okay, so I got a topic in mind. Okay, so when it comes to what is it, Electabuzz and Magma Day, how hardcore would you go for these two, knowing the moves will be completely?
I know that Francesco's going for the babies. If you took that sentence out of Pokemon Go context, you'd probably be arrested. But I think honestly, like I've got the Electa Kid shiny. I hatched that already. Magby I don't have, so
yeah, I need Magby. So
I'll go for the eggs on that one. You need both as well. So I think a lot of people will go for the eggs on these events. But yeah. Electabuzz will be brand new shiny in the wild. I would like to get a good IV shiny, whatever, because the best I've had, I lucky traded my Elekid with Tom and got a 87% lucky shiny Electivire. So I would love to get a good shiny Electivire because it is the best non-legendary electric type in the game, which is why in the Raid Hour live stream, I told whoever that was, Shannon, a new player, level 19, if you're going to play a Com Day, if you just started 2 weeks ago, play Electabuzz, because Electabuzz will guarantee you a very solid electric type team without using any legendary raid passes or whatever. So I'm quite inclined to go for that.
And if he has an Elekid, just put the 10,000 dust on Elekid and just evolve it afterwards. Cheapest way to spend.
I'll say, like, I don't know, Elekid, I'd be more inclined to go for. Magmar, not a chance in hell. Genuinely might just gotcha challenge that. Actually, because I have the shiny family complete and it is a useless Pokemon. Totally useless.
When Magmortar came out the first time, you can learn Karate Chop and Fire Punch. I'm like, why don't you just give it Flamethrower?
Yeah.
And then you got Flamethrower on Electivire. I'm like, no, Jesus. No. I saw it. I'm like, this has to be a typo, right? Niantic. No, it's getting Flamethrower.
No. It's literally useless against any Pokemon that you might find yourself being tackled by if you have an Electivire.
Yeah, for Magmortar, you could learn, what was it, Thundershot? No, Thunderbolt? Something like that?
Yeah, it's Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I mean, you can counter a water type in PvP, but I'm like, if you got it charged up already.
Yep, exactly. You have to have a very fortunate switch. If you face off immediately against a water type like, well, I don't know, Blastoise, you're going to die before you get a chance to use that Thunderbolt. It was the same reason that I had a proper go at, remember back in February, one of the voting options was Dragonite learning Superpower.
Yeah.
That was an option. And I made the case of the fact that by the time that you get to a Superpower to use against an Ice-type Pokemon against your Dragonite's already going to have fainted out and died before you get your charge move, so it's pointless. And if you do, by some miracle, get your charge move off, it then drops your attack and defense. So then you're even weaker to it.
And as well as if they have a shield, they didn't know. I'm like, finally, I got it. Oh no, they had a shield. Game over.
Forget to shield.
Yeah, you have to be, but you have to be very lucky because you have to. And it's like an off-brand kind of move. That's the thing. I would have still gone. I would have still been pleased with the Chop Com Day if it got like, what did it get? It would have got Dark Pulse. Night Slash or something, wasn't it? Of course.
Payback. It was Payback.
Are you playing Among Us?
I am, yes.
I looked at that and I sort of saw the thumb moving. I'm like, he's not watching a video. He must be doing something else that requires concentration.
You know, funny, if you were playing Among Us right now,
I might do that actually for a live stream just for a laugh because I had a couple of people said like you should have a go at Wizards Unite. Like, I did play it when it first came out.
That eats your data hard.
Yeah, but if I'm on Wi-Fi, it's all good.
Yeah, but I'm like, well, working with EE, that was the first thing you have to promote. Wizards Unite, you get about loads of data. You know what you can do? Use Wizards Unite. And playing this game with
you won't have any data anymore.
Exactly. Playing this game with Niantic, Pokemon Go, it doesn't need data. But this game, eating data, I'm like, I'm smart enough not to do it.
Pokemon Go eats your battery.
Yeah.
Wizards Unite kills your data. It's the other way around.
Yeah, and hence why we all have power banks.
I have 4 of the things.
I got 4 different size ones. I got like the Pokeball power bank, and I got the small power bank, and I got this one. Yeah, same one. Well,
Yeah.
not second.
I'm hearing myself now on somebody's monitor. What's that?
That's probably not mine because I'm on an iPad.
Francesco's. But I think I broke it because if I rattle it, it's like the insides of it are loose.
What, is that Pikachu in there?
No, it's batteries, mate. I choose you. Mint chocolate truffles. Lovely.
No, I thought you were saying, I choose you, the antic intern.
Antic intern. You shall stay in the Pokeball and never fucking come out.
Good lord. Yeah, in case it didn't go through, the move Machamp could learn was Payback. That
was it. It was a Dark type move that we hadn't really seen before.
Yeah, it would have been a new move. I'm like.
What's quite interesting is you said Machamp and a Machop spawned for me.
No, I can do it again with like
yeah, because that was Payback was that's basically a Meowth kind of move, isn't it?
Yeah, in the main series games. Francesco, right?
But that was the first time it was going to be.
It wasn't exactly one that sort of got anyone excited.
No, I can understand why not. But I think Payback on Machamp would have been really interesting.
I think to be fair,
it was someone like that. I think people would have.
Yeah, then it would go on for that. Proper meta relevancy.
But they probably wouldn't have because you would have just gone with. I think people still would have gone with Rhyhorn.
I think it's still a battle. It was still a battle. Machamp or Machop would have always lost out because it was already shiny available.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah.
The only winner out of that entire those entire scenarios have been Ghastly and Charmander, and they are two things. They were massively popular, and also there was nothing else to choose from.
Yeah, but Malo, so they also forced those as a second one. We never knew who arrived second and third on the one in February. So
yes,
they could do the
we
second one
did
as
never
well.
know.
Yeah, so we can guarantee that I know Vulpix would have got second place in that because the entire PvP community voted for Vulpix, pretty much, which fine. Weather Ball on Vulpix, Kanto, or Alolan would have been really good.
Why not?
Now you don't have it.
Yeah, they should have had that for November. That would have been a nice callback to pre-lockdown bollocks.
Yeah.
Plus, very good PvP move. And then if they wanted to do 2 com days, they could have easily gone, right, have Vulpix here and then Slowpoke.
Yeah, but they would try Slowpoke first and then Vulpix in second place.
Well, yeah, but either way round, it would have been nice because that's like, okay, they wouldn't have had to waste Vulpix in some stupid autumnal event. Yes, it's a boosted shiny. But
you had 5 shinies on your doorstep.
Mate, I had a nest on my doorstep.
And then you had Sableye on your doorstep.
And Walpole, yeah. No, well, if you wanted to call it for the evening, not a problem because
we basically carry on, but I'm gonna call it myself. I think
you're gonna call it now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Like Tom, thank you so much for popping in and doing the reminiscing of Lotad Day on this Friday evening. It was a pleasure to have you. The man who planned the route is down there.
Well, that's where Nakim is for me.
Is it? I'm hoping that it's recording on my screen that way so that it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to do some serious fucking cropping.
Well, you're pointing towards me, so I'm pointing towards that. So Tom's on my right.
I'll just point like that.
I'll just wave.
In one of these directions. Tom, thank you so much for joining. On a serious note, very much appreciate you chiming in and putting in the hours and the effort. So have a good evening, have a good rest, and see you for Com Day.
One down.
Well,
free to go.
I think, imagine they chose Psyduck as a community day.
What, now or in 2017 or something?
Yeah, but I think he was on one of the pool. Oh, I'm wrong.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. If it was,
definitely never been on a pool. Can you imagine people's reaction if they put Psyduck on there? I think you, especially Francesco, would have tweeted multiple clown faces, surely. Because Francesco, if you didn't know, I think he must have the largest collection of shiny Psyduck in the world.
Has to have, hands down.
I would say you honestly have more shiny Psyduck probably than Fleece King.
I think it's been one of the most caught outside any events and stuff. So
it got to the point. I can't remember what we were doing. We went to Five Guys and Marky was there. I think Shiny Yanma had just been released from memory because I took a bad AR Plus picture. But I think Francesco for a long time had not been clicking on Psyduck because he'd be getting so many shinies. And he accidentally clicked on one and it was freaking shiny. And then, oh no, it was a raid. Wasn't there a raid day or something?
It was I think it was Mewtwo raid day.
We were in Brentford or something. I remember you were...
Mewtwo.
No, Mewtwo hasn't had a raid day. It wasn't raid
no,
out.
We made it a raid day because of the weekend. Kareem was there.
Did we?
Yeah.
I remember
I remember Madge.
Shiny, boom, it was shiny.
Madge was behind you.
Yeah.
Was it Mewtwo? I can't remember, but I know that he accidentally clicked on the side up then. It was freaking shiny as well. And he's like, can I stop getting this?
Look, the only raid days we've done in Brentford are, raid day exclusive ones for Raikou, Entei, Suicune, then through that comeback. And then when Mewtwo came back shiny, that weekend we all went down to Brentford.
Yeah, I guess because that was the first time it was shiny, so we went uber hardcore for it.
Yeah,
we started at 6 a.m. to do the raids.
Yeah, I didn't join you for that.
God. I came sometime after and got like 5 and called it a day.
the earliest, actually, no, I've never done a super early get up apart from Germany's Go Fest, like to actually drive us the freaking ferry port at Dover. I've always stayed up late. Like my first ever shiny Shuppet was caught at about 4 a.m. on a random day, 3 weeks after the Halloween event in 2017 had ended. Got the shiny Shuppet at 4 a.m. having done a massive GTA 5 online sesh.
Nice.
I looked down, clicked the Shuppet at home, and I'm like, tough, it's shiny.
There's one particular change up there. There's one particular shiny I really don't want to click again. I want to turn the light off and probably see what it is.
Oh, Centret. Jesus
that is
Christ. I remember you were having insane luck with Centret. Was it on Incense Day or was it kind of like just on the fly?
It's on the fly because Incense Day I only got 2 of the things because I couldn't get it in the first 2 hours. I put on my main shirt. The second I sat down and hit Centret, was shiny.
You need to stop to click on them if you don't want it.
The problem is Centret. The Centret is so common. That's the problem.
Exactly. I
think for me,
I'm gonna hit one more to go page 12. Shop it.
The kind of most insane shiny luck I had was when it was the Earth Day event for 2 or 3 days in 2019, and I got like 16 shiny Diglett.
Shiny poop.
And everyone was like, I haven't got one. How are you getting so many? And I was literally just like, I was just clicking on them and they were all shiny.
Did you realize when I saw Galarian's Zapdos, I'm like, this is just Doduo. A legendary Doduo. He can't fly. I'm like, this is Doduo. What are you trying to play at?
So if Doduo had one head and took a load of steroids, then it's that. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, it is now about 25 past midnight, and we've just had a very nice, I guess, relaxed chat with some of the mod squad. So it was very good to actually finally meet HermesNinja and Conman. Muchly enjoyed chatting to you both, and thank you very much for hopping in on the Zoom call. And Ian also joined as a silent partner because he was busy moderating another game chat. Anyway, we're going to round it out here, ladies and gentlemen. So I really hope that you enjoyed this this longer kind of podcast format video or media. And do let me know in the comments what you enjoyed and if you would like to see us do something like this again in the near future. And if so, what sort of thing would you like us to talk about? Because obviously we can talk about the state of the game at the moment. We can talk about each other's accounts, etc. Or we could try and focus in on a specific event like we tried to with this one. The difference is that obviously Lotad Day was quite a unique event, really. There's never really been an event that was that long and that's kind of specific, because even GoFest was kind of like shiny hunt for a whole bunch of things, whereas Lotad Day was a huge chunk of time dedicated to 1 or 2 specific Pokemon. So I guess it was a unique event, and I'm glad that we sort of finally got around to having a discussion about it. Anyway, I want to say thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please do make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on so you don't miss a single live stream or upload. That's very key, and I would very much appreciate your support because I'm trying to reach that 1,000 subs goal, as it were. And obviously, make sure to throw a like on this video if you enjoyed it. I don't know, I really enjoyed this sort of chat, hangout thing in the evening. This was very nice to do, you know, very casual, relaxed, etc. So I hope to have this video up as soon as possible for you, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I'm going to say, have a good evening. Do take care, everybody. I will see you all in the next video.